Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. It's the FIU Panthers and the USF Bulls. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
USF made one of the most interesting hires in the coaching carousel. Brian Hartline is a proven winner as a player and an assistant. Now he'll have an opportunity, first time as a head coach. We will see if he's able to get USF back on top. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Bulls will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So FIU's offense will have the football first. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Panthers getting set on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Stone. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
And the Panthers look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Unloads to the right. He's got it. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Stone. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Now play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, it's pretty apparent who they want to get the football to on this drive, right? It hasn't mattered where this guy is lined up, which side of the field. That's where the quarterback is throwing it. And the defense now has got to take account of that. What's that, 4 or 5 catches in a row? Crazy. This defense now needs to key on him. They've got to be communicating, hey, the ball's coming here if it's a throw.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Seeing the evolution of receivers, they're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your they're all can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The run up the middle, looking for the score. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
And how about that drive to start the football game? Like, you want to not give up points? Don't give the other team the football. They held it the whole 1st quarter. Now they punch it in. They've shortened this game and done the most important thing, put 6 on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the USF Bulls offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, This dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Van Buren. Moving out of the pocket. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
The Bulls line up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Lets it fly. Goes high to pull it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
The Panthers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Panthers! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Number 48, set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from it. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Runs through a tackle.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Stone. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. Here's a little room there. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Bulls use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down. Now USC will call its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 48, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
It's complete to the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
It's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone, it's Isaac. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. On the draw, it's Isaac. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Might have a chance. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Complete. The Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Off play action on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Maybe a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
To throw, it's Van Buren. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls!
And you gotta love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green line. Go for it.
FIU will line up to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. Smashes ahead. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
The give on the option. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their fronts...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Bulls decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Picks up the first down. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target to the left. The Bulls use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Got enough for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Could not make his way to the corner.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Back to the ground with the running back. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
FIU will line up to punt. The 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. He wants a big play here late.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Snagged out of the air. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down.